Let's talk about the Blancpain and Swatch 50 Fathoms. This is the Pink Ocean variant, which has just recently been released, and you can sort of see where it gets its name from. It is bright pink, and to be honest, I love that. But let's talk about this watch as a whole, because there's 8 different models in the range, and well, I doubt many people are gonna opt for this one, if I had to guess. What you get inside is a System 51 movement from Swatch. Now that is an automatic caliber, and you're getting that in a watch which costs just £350. That's not really bad value. The one thing I will say is there's a lot of conjecture online about this movement being unserviceable. I haven't reached out to see if that's true or not. It seems to be the consensus that this movement isn't really made for fixing, it's just going to be replaced, and there is a bit of a problem with that because it's a bit sort of bad for the planet and things like that. That's just something to bear in mind. What you do get though is the bioceramic case from the Moon Swatch, which is absolutely fantastic. Forget all you've heard about it feeling like plastic, it feels like ceramic, and it does a very, very good job indeed. You do also get a bioceramic bezel, complete with a resin top, and that looks really nice and shiny, very much like the Blancpain 50 Fathoms on which this model is based. So should you buy one? Well, that's a really good question. I think this is definitely worth it for the right person. I'm a big fan of the pink, but if you detract from the pink for a second, there's other colours and stuff you can get if that's not your bag. I definitely think this is worth the money. It's £350, it's not cheap, but it is a good watch. It's fun, it's playful, it's exactly what you get from the Moon Swatch. You can take it up to, well, 50 fathoms, I think is 91 meters deep in terms of water resistance. It does that without a screw down crown, which is interesting and slightly alarming, but I'm willing to put my faith in it. I really love this NATO strap. I think it's really nicely made. And to be honest, I actually think the strap is possibly the nicest bit about this watch. I would take this and put it on many of my other watches. It's not perfect as well. Like there are, you know, the strap does catch on the side of the case a little bit. That will obviously wear in a little bit. This is a brand new that I've been testing for a little bit, so it hasn't quite worn in yet. It's a 14.4mm case, which is quite tall, I won't lie. That is, you're gonna feel that, but it doesn't look too ridiculous on the wrist in dive watch terms. There's obviously a bit of protrusion from the glass as well, so it sits a little bit slimmer anyway. Ultimately, this is in some really, really contested water. There's a lot of dive watches around this price point, and they're really quite good. You look at brands like Seiko, for example, but they're not quite as fun as this, and they also don't have the Blancpain heritage. So for me, it's a winner, especially in pink.